Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and we are going to be going live, and I wanted to talk about not suppressing the energy, not suppressing your gifts, but using your gifts as a way of connecting to the way that you want to connect with others and how you want to connect to different prophets, to different souls, to different entities, and also to different ways of using your channel as a way of bringing love and belonging. So don't suppress who you are. Don't suppress your emotions. Don't suppress the vulnerability that can transform inside of you in this moment. When you don't suppress something, you're not generating resistance within yourself. You're not generating something against yourself, and you're not generating an illusion that's going against what you really want to promote and project and align to. So understanding that when we let go of suppressing the energy, the love, the light, the divinity inside of ourselves, what we do, we're having release, we're having intention, we're having a newfound epiphany of self-realization. And it gives us the ability to see ourselves from a different perception, but also a different energy. So therefore, when we're not suppressing something, and we're not suppressing how we feel, and we're not suppressing how we think, we allow ourselves to be free-flowing. It means anything can happen in any given moment, so we're living in the infinite realm of possibilities. And then when we do this, we're kind of seeing life unfold, and we're letting it unfold as it should, and we're not trying to manipulate or control or try to force the projection of energy, meaning everything that you experience, everything that you feel, everything that you go through within your own life in this moment in time. When you're not suppressing something, then you have the ability to accept and transform and align to something greater than yourself. So when you're not suppressing or harboring anger, angst, letting go of the past, or it could be letting go of not getting the job or not manifesting the things that you want to, then when you're letting go of that angst and that anxiety and that suppression and resistance within oneself, then you're able to project and generate something I call a shift in energy, a shift in perception, but also a ripple effect in your own reality. And you quantum shift and you change the paradigm that you're assuming yourself to be in. So I was just getting this message real quickly, and it was talking about suppression. Suppression is resistance when you think about it. When you think about suppression, it means that you're holding on to something. It means that you have an attachment, a form, an identity, a feeling attached to something. So this means that something hasn't been understood or realized. So when you lose the sense of suppression, you learn the art of not caring. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not caring about others, and it doesn't mean that you don't love others, and it doesn't mean that you don't want to promote love and divinity and inclusion, but you are excluding everything that tries to include something else that is not of your own resonance, that is not of your own design and creation. So every time that there is resistance, there is insistence. So you're insisting upon something that is not going to allow you to change or allow you to transform, allow you to become. So suppression is a gateway into kicking doors down. It means that it's a gateway to really making your presence your own, making your life your own, making your own design your own thing. I almost twisted that to the side and spilled it on my face. That's what's been happening a lot. But if you notice that whenever you stop the insistence of resisting something or someone or a thing, then you become everything that is inside of it. That means you lose the sense of identity, you lose the sense of feeling, you lose the sense of the bodily function that's attached to it. It means that you're transversing space and time and tapping into simultaneity and omnipresence at this moment in time. Meaning that you don't want to have an allegiance towards something that doesn't want to breathe life within your space. So you kind of have this understanding, do I want to bring life into this, or do I want to bring death into this? So it's kind of the understanding of like, we either live by the tree of life or we live by the tree of knowledge. And we've seen how that really got us into so many different gateways and doors, right? So if you see that whenever you're choosing to bring life inside of the manifestation of life, inside of the deciphering of heaven and hell, of empowerment or disempowerment, of happiness or lack, or abundance or non-abundance. So there's always this distinction of what you should be, of what you want to become, of what you want to emulate. So you always have sets of choices, sets of possibilities, sets of initiations, and sets of ground rules. And also grounding in the fact that you're having a firm understanding of boundaries as well. Because if you didn't have a reason to suppress something, then something is going past your boundaries. Meaning you enforce the boundaries by authority, by going against the grain in your own rebellion. That really allows you to see how edgy and pristine and crystal clear you can be with yourself at this moment in time. Meaning that you puncture everything, the artery of what you're experiencing. Meaning that you have breaking through a threshold. And so this is what happens when you see, do I choose to live my life according to how the world or society or everybody else wants me to live? Or do I live my life according to the divine will of my own initiation, of my own consciousness, of my own resonance and truth and divinity and power? Because power is not something that you want to be, or you're just it for a day, or you're it for a minute. But power is something that you just are. It's something that you become. It's something that you emulate. It's something that you imbibe as a vibration. So a certain frequency, it's kind of like looking at music or a movie. Some of you like comedies and you want to laugh. You want to be emanating from that frequency. But then you see what's in a horror movie and you don't want that to be imprinted onto your mind and the images and the reflections. Meaning there's a difference in energy. You're aware of energy, but also you can take this and put it in the form of like looking at music in terms of suppression. Like some of you really like country music and that's what you majority want to listen to because you're attuned to that frequency. Or if you're a person who likes punk rock and you're wanting some freedom or rebellion or wanting to really pursue something that doesn't want you to conform to something, or hip-hop music and something like that, that kind of allows you to decipher like what somebody is trying to relay. So it's just a difference in radio frequency. It's an electromagnetic kinetic source energy that allows you to see much differently and more profoundly of what you want to generate within yourself. So when you're seeing this and you're being relayed this and you're understanding it for your own sense of wanting and longing and learning and discernment, that nothing is real unless we make it as real as we can. So it's kind of like everybody can say that wrestling is, in a sense, fake, but it's as real as they make it to be. So we have to, in turn, fake it until we make it. Meaning that you're not faking your resonance or your divinity or your alignment. You're not faking any of those things. You're not faking your own emotions. You're not faking what you experience in life, rather it's challenges or changing in the seasons. And it doesn't matter what season it is, it means that you're still enlightenment. Enlightenment doesn't change its form or direction because it's cold or hot or there's a sense of change in the air. That's not necessarily normal in your area. So we can't necessarily fold because something doesn't go our way or something changes drastically or something really reflects to us that we need to do this said thing. So it doesn't mean that you fold and it doesn't mean that you're perfect either, but it means that you're having acknowledgement over what you're suppressing, what you're resisting, what you're challenging against yourself, And then you're able to see, oh, okay, I'm suppressing this. Then let it all out. Let it expand outside of you. Allow the inspiration to overwhelm the preference and the presence of energy and the understanding of energy, and emoting in a way that is actually sincere. And this could be another thing. If you have a gift, use it to the best of your ability. Meaning, it doesn't have to be like someone else's gift. It doesn't have to be the way that I do readings. It doesn't have to be the way that John Edwards does, or Abraham Hicks, or whoever the fuck it is. But it means that you authentically are yourself and how you're of service to humanity. And to suppress a gift would be almost like suppressing you being a good sports player. If you have the ability to shoot a basketball, throw a football, run in a very expediently amazing way, then why would you want to suppress that? Or if you have vocality, or if you have healing energy to offer the universe, or psychic readings and service, then you have the ability to use that gift in a very profound way, no matter what it looks like on the outside or the inside. But it means that you're just leading with what you're not suppressing or resisting within yourself. You're going with your heart. You're going with what really breathes life into you. You're the breath and the exhalation. You're the releasing of that energy. You're the release. You are the beginning, and you are the never-ending, forever, eternal nature of your own creation. And when you don't suppress, and the only reason why I'm even doing this live, because I had this message come on very quickly, is because I was watching a movie called Hereafter. And the psychic in that movie, Matt Damon portrayed it, and it was directed by Clint Eastwood. He was suppressing his gift. People were knocking on his door, wanting him to open up and, do his gifting, and he was just suppressing it. And every time that he would try to run away from it, no matter what he would do, it would always seem to find him. It would always seem to reflect to him that he needed to use his gift. And that's kind of the thing in our own lives, that Spirit never really stops working with us. Spirit's always going to reflect to us. We're always going to have emotions. We're always going to have lessons. We're always going to have integration. We're always going to have a different expectation of what we should be. But it's more of an appreciation and a gratitude and a truth that we have in ourselves. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. I'm literally wearing jeans and sandals. And I would have never done that if I wasn't awakened. I used to always wear cowboy boots before I awakened, but that was a different version of myself. That was a more masculine version of myself. And now I have a more different version of myself. So it's kind of like the understanding that nobody really knows themselves fully, but they know a part of themselves that is divine and beautiful and wondrous. And if you're able to find the light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how bleak or hopeless or how dark it really is outside of yourself, and you can always look at the light at the end of the tunnel no matter where it's at, no matter what's happening. And you always focus on that and what brings you to that opening up of source energy, of loving yourself, of having divinity towards every single thing. And there's no proving it, that it's real or not. But it's the very fact that you know. Believing is not necessarily the same as knowing. When you know in your heart, when you know in your innermost being that you're doing all that you know how to do at this moment in time, that you're doing everything you know how to possibly do in this present moment. And that is what you can give, then you have given and received. Giving and receiving are two of the same things. A lot of us feel that we should only give, And a lot of people feel that they should only receive. But if that is not hand in hand, then a lot of what I'm saying is going to be rather moot, rather useless. But it's the very fact that, are you doing the best that you can presently? Are you doing what's honorable even when people are not looking? Are you doing what is most aligned even when it seems very tough? Are you having faith where it seems like you should not have faith in that moment? The beauty and the resonance that shines through you. So it's the ability to see that we're all children. We're not all adults. Everybody thinks that everybody is an adult, whether they're 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 years old. In some degree, we're still children of light. We're still children of God and the house of Source, and everything that is holy and holistic is big enough for all of us to walk through those doors. And I don't mean a church. I don't even mean a physical place. It could be something of your imagination. It could be your meditative state, but it could be just now, presently, what's happening now. That's what could be God. That's what could be energy. That's what could be bliss and love and intention. And sometimes we think bliss looks beautiful. Sometimes it doesn't look beautiful. Bliss doesn't look beautiful all the time. But to see the beauty in what seems crazy and chaotic and beautiful and masterful is to able to change the perspective and change into the perception of that. So when we don't suppress what we are, we become who we are in that moment of intention, in that moment of bliss, in that moment of letting go. We see ourselves encompassed in a much different light, in a much different energy, in a much different frequency and coding. And we see that because we didn't suppress the oracle of love, light, and wisdom, meaning that we didn't suppress everything that is gracious and holy and open and understood. And then we become that, and we clamps into the vision of that, encapsulate that energy that is inside of that awareness, of that understanding of who you want to be in that moment. So nobody really knows. A lot of people believe. They believe. But the power to know means that you don't have to know everything, but you know presently what you want to be in this moment. Presently, you want to be honest with yourself. Presently, you want to open up more channels and gateways to prophetic energy and alignment and trust in oneself. So don't suppress what you are. Don't suppress who you are. Be yourself unapologetically, and it will never fail you. Be truthful no matter what. And just be fucking raw to the core, whatever that may mean to you. Just be authentic as you fucking can, and it will always set you free, because the truth supersedes all understanding, and it always sets us free, and it always allows us to become more than what we think we are. So we're going to do some healing energy. I hope everyone's doing well. I've really gotten back to my healing energy, and I'm really hungry right now. I've been having a hankering for olives and pickles for some reason, and meat. So we're going to do some healing energy. I hope everyone is doing well. And it's so funny. I was just having such a serious message, and I'm talking about olives and pickles and shit. So we're going to do some healing energy. Also, guys, you guys can book my private session special. It's 1 hour for $50, an hour and 30 minutes for $100, $150 for 2 hours. And I'll try to go live, do some readings, maybe in an hour or two. I don't know if I have to cook dinner still. Allow yourselves to ascend to 1,000 levels, to really emanate and resonate in the ways of the Ascended Master, connecting to the 144,000. Archangel's 11 light, who's one to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy and the great I Am, diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth, grounding, accessing your psychic intuition, opening up gateways of prosperity and manifestation, and aligning to your Akashic record to reflect your past lifetimes so that you can have the wisdom and the maturity of the divine feminine masculine, but also have the imagination of the inner child. In this moment, you are becoming infinity. You are becoming love. You are becoming peace by not suppressing, but just releasing emotionally, mentally, physically. It could be ailments, it could be sicknesses, it could be your thought processes, it could be just the way that you feel here and now. And we're going to be opening a stargate to channel the wisdom of the hidden realms inside of ourselves and outside of ourselves. Archangel Michael is helping us with authority. Archangel Gabriel is coming in with purification of all chakras. And Archangel Zadkiel is helping us activate our galactic chakras. And clearing the throat chakra and purifying the sense of the aura, and really delving deep into our energetic signature and having a vulnerability of your own self, and to lead with the tenderness of your own heart. By generating flow, we are letting go. And by not resisting and fighting what is divine and what is pure and what is beautiful, we have self-actualization, self-realization, and purifying the self. Accessing the wisdom of the higher self. Archangel's 11 light, who's one to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy and the great I Am, diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth, grounding into the earth, embracing the elementals earth, wind, and fire. And the magenta dragon is helping us tap into the 12th dimension. And the golden Christ dragon is helping us with psychic protection. Allow yourselves in this moment to access infinite intelligence, infinite light, the absolute reality. And as Jesus is finishing this healing transmission, helping with our IQ, helping us with our spatial awareness, and helping us heal completely. You are the divine. You are the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. You are God manifested in the human form, made in the image of the I Am Presence. You are Christ consciousness. When I snap my fingers, you'll come back to. You'll have a greater sense of clarity. You will know who you are. And you'll become the oracle of love, light, and wisdom, which is God manifested in the human form. And so it is. So that was my healing energy for the live, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for listening and taking part in this message. And I do these lives almost every day. I do 2 lives every day because I'm crazy. But I want to thank you guys so much for receiving on the lives, and also feel free to book my private sessions, 1 hour for $50, 1 hour and 30 minutes for $100, $150 for 2 hours. So I hope to see you guys there. And also I'm going to try to go live later doing readings, healings, activations, probably around 9 p.m. because I do have a client at midnight. So it's always an honor. It's always a pleasure. Thank you guys for watching these lives, and thank you for receiving. And just know that when you're not suppressing, you're not resisting yourself, and you're not closing yourself off, but you're just opening yourself up. So thank you guys. God bless. This is White Wolf. Text me, email me to book private sessions. White Wolf the Oracle on YouTube and Facebook. You can find me there. And book a time, date, and day, and just let me know how to contact you on WhatsApp, Venmo, not Zoom, that's it, not Venmo, Zoom. So yeah, thank you, God bless, and namaste. Thank you guys.